My body suddenly became heavy as I felt water entering my lungs. Then it was sucked in somewhere. I wasn't torn apart because I fell with perfect timing. However, I couldn't lose consciousness here. I had to stay awake. I needed to wait for a while. Somehow I managed to curl up and hold my breath. 10 seconds. 20 seconds. 30 seconds. I was barely breathing when my hands hit a tangible wall in the darkness. I could barely breathe even after coughing up river water several times. My level 10 physique saved me from being killed by hitting the water surface, but the large and small bruises all over my body were very painful. In order not to fall into a panic, I controlled my breathing and then turned on my smartphone. I was worried it might have broken in the fall, but fortunately it powered on just fine. It was good that I spent a lot and bought a smartphone with waterproof capabilities. The flashlight turned on, and the surrounding scenery entered my eyes. There were huge walls with concrete byproducts floating by. The insides of the ichthyosaur's stomach were even more disgusting than I had imagined. Damn it. Yu Zhonghook's expression as he released his grip on me without hesitation and then got off the bridge was vivid in my mind. I expected it, but it was still more shocking than I thought it'd be. If I wanted to be his companion, I had to survive. It wasn't that I didn't understand. The weight of the word companion was too great for Yu Zhonghook. Since his failure in the first round of regression, Yu Zhonghook had never made a real companion. It was rare for humans to easily follow the growth of a regressor. As a result, he had solved everything alone, was revered as a savior, and was naturally lonely. To Yu Zhonghook, humans were only subordinates or enemies. Thus, this was a test. If I wanted to be in equal position as him, I had to solve this much alone. Well, this is when I looked at it from Yu Zhonghook's viewpoint. Companion like you, crazy psychopath. I barely doggy-paddled to a floating styrofoam panel and raised my body onto it. Thanks to the warmth of the stomach, I wasn't cold. However, the problem was what happened from now on. I closed my eyes and played the message log I'd heard. You have failed to clear the scenario. Paid settlement will begin. 100 coins have been reduced for the channel usage fee. The constellation Prison of the Golden Headband has nodded at your exciting remarks. 100 coins have been sponsored. The constellation Demon-like Judge of Fire nods at your choice. 100 coins have been sponsored. The constellation Secret of Plotter is disappointed in your rash remarks. There were quite a few messages. Additionally, a few exposed constellations sponsored me. Maybe it was due to the final conversation I had with Yu Zhonghook. I felt a little down as I read through the messages of the constellations one by one and collected the coins. If I had picked one of these constellations in the first sponsor selections, this might have not have happened. However, I had no regret in my choice. After encountering Yu Zhonghook directly, I was certain. The great sage, the equal of heaven, might be a sponsor of the highest quality, but he wasn't enough. I needed more than just sponsorship if I wanted to confront Yu Zhonghook. This is what I would gain from here. The walls of the stomach growled, and small waves rose inside. The sea commander seemed to be moving somewhere. I turned on my smartphone and calculated the time. According to Ways of Survival, the ichthyosaur started to secrete stomach acid around 3 hours after ingesting food. In other words, I didn't have much time left. Haha, it's sad that things turned out like this. It was very interesting. There was a sound effect before the Dokebi's voice rang out. Dokebi? Yeah, that's right. You don't seem panicked at all. I knew you would come. It seems like you were waiting for me. Of course, I have been waiting. As the light turned on and the Dokebi appeared, I couldn't tell for sure from the expression alone, but this guy was clearly interested. If I was pushed here, I wouldn't be able to eat my meal. So I deliberately spoke calmly. Are you going to take coins from me? Coins? You have to take coins in exchange for me failing the scenario. Not your life? If it was my life, you would have written death in the failure results column, not 3 question marks. Doesn't that mean there's room to negotiate? How interesting. In fact, there was a loophole in my words. The scenario message was failure, question mark, question mark, question mark. It was literally meant that the penalty of failure was unknown. It was just my assumption that it was an exchange for coins. Nevertheless, there was a reason why I was so certain. Am I wrong? It was because I already knew about this scenario. The Dokebi hesitated for a moment before nodding. You are right. It's amazing that you determined this point with such a clue. As expected of someone who attracted the constellation's attention. The Dokebi's tone was filled with sincere admiration. As you said, you can survive this sub-scenario if you pay me coins, even if you fail. How much? Pay 5,100 coins, then I'll let you live. I looked at the coins I currently possessed. Coins possessed. 5,100. I couldn't help smiling. This brat was messing with me right now. That's too much. Haha, then won't you die? It's up to me to accept the coins or not. If you do something wrong, I can just end it here. Then kill me. Huh? Kill me. You can't kill me? The Dokebi didn't move. This was a natural reaction. After all, he was having a lot of fun with me right now. Furthermore, he wouldn't have come down to see me if he had been planning to kill me. For this guy, I had to survive here, or at least die miserably. You're really making me angry. Look now. The Dokkaebi's flat-shaped eyebrows wiggled furiously. It was time to stop the taunts and get to the main point. Low-grade Dokkaebi, Bihyung. How are the activities of a streamer? If there was a crack in the face, it would look exactly like this. Dokkaebi Bihyung showed confusion for the first time. How do you know my name? You haven't been joining broadcasting lately, right? The constellations are too stingy? Who the hell are you? How does a human... Bihyung's horn shook. It was a natural reaction. After all, an ordinary human couldn't know about the star stream system. However, I wasn't an ordinary human. A few constellations have doubts about your existence. The constellation's secret plotter's eyes are shining at your plan. From now on, it wasn't a story for the constellations. I mouthed to Bihyung. How about we talk after you close the channel? Bihyung was worried and closed the channel. BI 7623 channel is closed. Once the constellations left the channel, Bihyung showed his true colors. Feel free to speak. How can an ordinary human know about the star streaming broadcasting? That isn't important. Huh? Bihyung, do you want to be king of the Dokkaebis? What now? Don't you wish to be the best streamer in the network? Surpassing Dokgak and Gildal? Bihyung's complexion was changing. Dokkaebi Bihyung, sign a contract with me, and then I'll make you king of the Dokkaebis.